What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back, and from Cron 4 Bay Area News, California man sentenced for using $5 million in PPP loans to buy luxury sports cars. So, the whole thing was a scam to begin with, right? So what did you expect was going to happen? This is like when, thugs turn on each other after a robbery, or like that Dark Knight movie where he's like, yeah, the boss told me to get rid of the safe guy after the job was done. And he's like, oh, well, funny, he told me something similar. Of course, when you're dealing in nonsense and scams and lies and mistrust and manipulation, it's gonna happen. You can't force people into their homes, kill their businesses, their kids lose a year or two worth of school, all over something that, oh, well, the science is evolving. We're going to force you to get this juice. We're going to force you to wear this. It's all these mob tactics, all these thug tactics that they used on people all over the country, all over the world, but most notably in California with Gavin Newsom out at French Laundry having dinner with lobbyists while he tells you to stay home. Then Mayor Breed does the exact same thing. Then she's seen dancing at a Tony concert. The list goes on and on and on. The hospital ships, you couldn't get into a gym. You couldn't get into a restaurant without proof of paperwork. It was all so manipulative. And then, of course, people are going to scam back, right? What did you think was going to happen? Anyways, a California man was sentenced to federal prison on Friday for using millions in fraudulent COVID relief loans to buy luxury sports cars. So I think somebody else should go to prison. I don't know, maybe Fauci, maybe Rochelle Walensky, maybe Gavin Newsom, maybe Andrew Cuomo, even Kathy Hochul. Even all of these people are complete thugs. They ruin people's lives to force a pharmaceutical on them. Maybe, what's the guy's name? Dr. Burks with the little scarf. All of these people, the Albert Bourla, all of these people were all in. It's the largest gang in the world. They have complete control. The Far Mafia, notably, they all deserve to be in prison. So when this guy strikes back, he's the one that gets the book thrown at him. Mustafa Kadiri, 42, from Irvine, was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison and fined $20,000 in order to pay $2,861,000 in restitution, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Authorities say Kadiri fraudulently, quote, obtained $5 million in COVID relief loans for his sham businesses, then used the money on himself, including purchasing Ferrari, Bentley, and Lamborghini cars. So, again, they want to talk about him as though he's this big scam artist and his businesses were a sham. Oh, really? Was there something else that was a sham? Was there something else that was completely arbitrary? Was anything else maybe not what they sold on the surface? The loans were also used to fund lavish vacations and other personal expenses. I wonder if anybody else made a killing during the virus. I wonder if Bill Gates came up. I wonder if Fauci is one of the highest paid government officials in the country. I wonder if any of these people, I wonder if Andrew Cuomo wrote a book, right? These people were all scamming. And this guy gets the book thrown at him. And there's a laundry list, I'm sure, of people who were committing these PPP loans. Federal agencies, the Ferrari, Bentley, and Lamborghini cars that Kadiri purchased with the fraudulently obtained PPP loans, along with $2 million in ill-gotten gains from his bank account, court documents state. Kadiri pleaded guilty, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, pleaded guilty in July 2021 to 1 count of bank fraud, 1 count of aggregated identity theft, and 1 count of money laundering. Oh, money laundering. I wonder if there's anything else going on that could possibly be considered money laundering. I wonder if maybe they should go to jail, right? This is insane. As soon as you give them a taste of their own medicine, you get the book thrown at you, right? I've told this story a number of times, but protesting the lockdown in New York because I just wanted to go back to work, we were arrested. 8 of us were arrested. You can look it up on the New York Post, May 9th, 2020. We are arrested for protesting. Fast forward 6 weeks, George Floyd protesters hang out there They occupy the same exact park for 3 weeks. So it's very obvious. It's all political. And I've always said in New York, there's no, or in the entire country, really, there's no authority. You can't go Karen. You can't ask somebody to right these wrongs because the corruption runs all the way up to the top. So they're doing it the whole way through, right? Newsom, Cuomo, Pritzker, Whitmer, Lightfoot. All of these people are all running these scams, but as soon as you run a scam, you're going to jail. In May and June of 2020, authorities say Kadiri submitted false paycheck protection program loan applications. Well, you guys foisted false narratives on us. So, look, obviously I'm not advocating for fraud, but it's just like, what did you expect? People could see through it, and as soon as somebody throws it back in your face, he's the big criminal. He deserves a lot of people deserve to be in jail for this, right? And there's no going back. Like I said, this is an entire industry now. The Rona tests are impulse items at the grocery store now. It's like when the iPhone came out. Now you got apps. Now you got cases. You got all of this stuff. It's a complete industry, all built on a foundation of lies, and somebody else lies and tries to make the most of the situation, and he is now the big bad criminal that's going to do 4.5 years. The applications include altered bank records, sham tax returns. Oh, it was fraudulent documents. My pearls are clutched. Kadiri also used someone else's name, social security number, and signature to apply for one of the loans, prosecutors said. PPP loans were created to provide financial support to struggling businesses during the not during the COVID-19 pandemic. This was during overbearing, onerous government overreach. This had nothing to do with COVID-19, a rebranded illness that they sold to the entire country. This illness itself didn't do it. If this wasn't being promoted on media every single day and the death counter on CNN and all that, nobody would realize. You wouldn't say, no, all my friends seem to be getting sick and dropping dead. You would never know. So for them to say it was, during the COVID-19 pandemic, no, they were supporting struggling businesses. They were pretending to support struggling businesses that they attempted to kill with government overreach. That's what happened. Homeland Security investigations, the Small Business Administration, Office of the Inspector General, the FBI, and IRS criminal. Look, all these people, they sicked on this man because he gave him a taste of their own medicine. Anyone with information about attempted fraud. So they sick 3-4 agencies on this guy because he threw their lies and their manipulation back in their face, right? You were giving away money. I applied for it. I got some, and now you're mad. And then the last line here, if you want to snitch on somebody, call this line, call this number, or go online here. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't recommend defrauding the government. I don't recommend trusting the government in any way, shape, or form. And I also do not recommend you snitch on somebody you know who might be trying to do it. But that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, share, and of course, subscribe.